In 1492, sponsored by the King and Queen of Spain, a Genoan sailor by the name of Cristobal Colon would attempt to cross the vast Atlantic Ocean in search for the spice-rich Indies of Asia. Instead, he would land on the islands of the Caribbean, opening the way for widespread European exploration and colonization of both the Americas and the rest of the world. Today, we know him as Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus will not be the only European explorer, as many others prior and after him sailed the seven seas in search for land to conquer, people to exploit, and resources to develop. Eric the Red Thordarson, a Norwegian explorer, sailed west from Iceland and discovered a mysterious land with fertile green valleys and its stunning fjord landscape surrounded by glaciers. He spread the word about this new land and led a group of settlers back to it in 985, founding the first Norse settlements in modern-day Greenland. His sons Leif and Thorvald Eriksson made history by being among the first Europeans to reach North America around 1000 AD, discovering Helluland, Markland, and Vinland in modern-day Canada. Leif established a small settlement in Vinland, while Thorvald's journey was cut short due to conflict with indigenous people. The voyages of the Eriksson family were documented in the Icelandic Saga of Eric the Red and Saga of the Icelanders, making them the only contemporary records of their journeys. Marco Polo was a legendary explorer and merchant from Venice, born in 1245. He made a name for himself with his journey to the Far East, where he spent 17 years serving as a courtier in the court of the Mongol Chinese Emperor Kublai Khan. Marco was one of the first Westerners to visit China, and his travels along the Silk Road left a lasting impact on the Western world's understanding of Asia. He documented his experiences in a book called The Travels of Marco Polo, published around 1300, which provided Europeans with the first in-depth look at the Far East. Upon his arrival to the Caribbean, Columbus was under the impression that he had landed in Asia. However, another Italian explorer would prove him false. Amerigo Vespucci, born in 1454, proved that this land was not Asia, but a new landmass, later named America, after his name. He made 4 voyages across the Atlantic Ocean, exploring the coastlines of South America, including present-day Brazil, Uruguay, and Argentina, and discovering the Amazon River. John Cabot was an Italian explorer born in 1455 who, like Columbus, sought to cross the Atlantic. He would be sponsored by the English after convincing King Henry VII that a direct western route to Asia would be more promising than Columbus's southern route. Although Cabot's first voyage in 1496 wasn't successful, his second and third voyages led him to explore the coast of Newfoundland, becoming the first Europeans to do so since Leif Erikson. Cabot claimed this land for England, paving the way for future English colonization and trade in North America. Vasco da Gama, born in 1460, was a Portuguese explorer who was the first to sail from Europe to India. Western Europe was searching for alternative sources for spices and goods from the Silk Road due to high prices set by the Ottoman Empire, leading to many, like Columbus, to search for overseas routes to Asia. Portugal's journey of discovery began with Prince Henry the Navigator and was continued by King Emmanuel I, who chose Vasco da Gama to lead the mission. In 1497, Vasco set sail with 4 ships and a crew of 170 men and arrived in Calicut, India in 1498. This journey marked the start of Portuguese domination of the spice trade between Europe and Asia, and the decline of Ottoman monopoly. Future voyages in 1502 allowed Vasco to expand Portugal's domains in East Africa and India. Ferdinand Magellan, born in 1480, was a Portuguese explorer best known for leading the first expedition to circumnavigate the world, as well as being the first to cross the Pacific Ocean. In 1519, he set out from Spain with 5 ships and 270 men, on a mission to find a western sea route to the Spice Islands in the East Indies. After crossing the Atlantic and navigating the waters of South America, Magellan reached the Pacific Ocean. Despite losing 3 of his ships and many of his crew, Magellan and a small group of sailors had completed the circumnavigation and returned to Spain in 1522. Magellan himself was killed in the year prior in the Philippines while trying to convert locals to Christianity. Born in 1491, Jacques Cartier was a French explorer known for his voyages to North America, exploring the St. Lawrence River and charting the Gulf of St. Lawrence between 1534 and 1542, laying the groundwork for the French claim to the region. His expeditions also paved the way for further exploration and colonization of North America by Europeans. Today, many consider him to be the founder of Canada, naming the Quebec region after the Huron or Iroquois word for village. Francis Drake was an English explorer, sea captain, and privateer born in 1540. In the 1560s, he and his cousins would become some of the first English slave traders, smuggling slaves from West Africa into New Spain. In the 1570s, he would become a privateer for the English, raiding any Spanish property he sailed upon. He is best known for his circumnavigation of the globe in a single expedition in 1577, becoming the first Englishman to do so and second overall. He also played a key role in England's fight against the Spanish Armada in the 1580s, leading successful raids on Spanish ships and settlements. He would die in 1596 of dysentery-induced fever. Henry Hudson, born in 1565, was an English explorer and navigator, best known for his voyages in the Arctic and North America. In 1609, Hudson explored the river that now bears his name, the Hudson River, in what is now New York State. He also made an unsuccessful attempt to find a northwest passage through present-day Canada, looking to find a new overseas route to Asia, and explored Hudson's Bay as a result, also named after him. Hudson's voyages and discoveries played a significant role in the early exploration and colonization of North America by European powers, and his voyages in the Arctic inspired further exploration of the Arctic. Samuel de Champlain, born in 1567, was a French explorer best known for founding Quebec City in 1608, and for being the first European to explore and map much of northeastern North America. Champlain made several voyages to North America, establishing alliances with local First Nations in the name of France. He made valuable contributions to the mapping of the region and kept detailed records of the travels, providing valuable information about the geography, flora, and fauna of the area. Dying in 1635, Samuel de Champlain is considered the father of New France. James Cook, born in 1728, was a British explorer best known for his role in exploring the Pacific Ocean in the late 18th century. Cook made 3 voyages to the Pacific, during which he mapped vast areas of the Pacific Ocean and discovered several islands and territories, including New Zealand and New Holland, now called Australia, claiming the land in the name of Great Britain, laying the foundation for British colonization of Australia. Roald Amundsen was a Norwegian explorer born in 1872, best known for being the first person to reach the South Pole in 1911, leading a team of explorers to the harsher Antarctic terrain. He also became the first person to sail through the Northwest Passage in 1903. He would also be the first person to conduct a successful trans-Arctic flight above the North Pole in 1925.